Blue Beetle is a DC superhero movie. It kind of came and went. I'm not too familiar with Jaime. I've seen him in Young Justice, but this is not an accessible movie for people who've never picked up a comic book or who are really big fans of the core Justice League members like Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, all those. This is a lesser known superhero story, but the movie's very generic. You know, the movie has some things going for it. Like the movie looks great, you know. It only has a budget of about $104 million, but the CGI looks amazing. I was able to rent it on Blu-ray, and the Blue Beetle suit looks great. The villain is great. It's the movie has a good look. You know, the action sequences are competent. You know, there's a nice mix of like practical and CGI mixed together in environments. So I really like that. And that's probably where the pros end. The cons, there's just so many. You know, Jaime is a very bland protagonist, very reactive. He finishes school, comes back and finds out his parents are being pushed around by gentrification. You know, his dad lost his shop, they're going to lose their house, and he's working with his sister, and he just happens to meet, you know, a big wig at the tech company, Jenny Cord, who stole some alien tech from her evil aunt, I think it's Victoria Cord, played by Susan Sarandon. So he basically has this alien tech, and it latches onto him like a body horror kind of cool element, but then he doesn't really do much, you know. Like even in like an origin story like Shazam, when Billy gets the powers, he goofs around, he films stuff, you know. He starts like trying to make money and becoming a brand, you know, do social media. Jaime doesn't do much in terms of super heroics. He flies around, you get that obligatory sort of suit up sequence, but the movie's got terrible pacing. The first action sequence doesn't happen until about 45 minutes into the movie, which is a long time. And then, you know, Jaime himself doesn't do much in terms of character-wise, he doesn't make any decisions or anything. Things are sort of thrown at him too fast, and he can't really learn to fight or, like, you know, learn the suit. It's just sort of him just doing stuff. And then, you know, the villains show up and they kick him around a little bit and kidnap his family. The family are a little bit annoying, but they're sort of like the heart of the film. It's why he does anything. It's for his family. But it doesn't really have anything to do with the plot, really. I mean, they use there's some nice fan service for fans of Ted Cord. They have the Beetle mobile and the Beetle lair, and his family uses up some of his tech to help Jaime at the end of the movie. And there's a big, you know, robot suit battle with the villain, who's, you know, the villain henchman. He's pretty good, but the rest of, you know, Susan Sarandon, she's just playing like generic evil suit lady. She might as well just be Obadiah Stane's like female version. She doesn't bring anything to the movie. The plot's kind of generic, you know. They constantly talk about gentrification and like how the higher ups, the classism pushes down the poor people, and they don't ever actually dive into that sort of aspect in the movie. Just at the end, Jenny Cord shows up and she's all like, "Yeah, I guess I'll help you guys with your house. Gentrification's over." So the movie just kind of feels surface level in terms of you know, the whole Latino thing going on that they're trying to introduce. The whole, you know, poor people are pushed down, they need opportunities from rich people in order to flourish. But then the movie, you know, doesn't feel like that because Jaime, you know, gets the scarab by accident. You know, it bonds to him because reasons, you know. It just, there's even like this, trying to go for this really big emotional moment at the end. It doesn't quite work because, you know, it just doesn't. The movie just doesn't want to like try. The movie's super long too. It's like a little over 2 hours. So the action sequences are pretty generic too. Besides the fights with Conrad Carapax, Jaime just knocks around some henchmen, so does family. Not much going on in that department. Overall, Blue Beetle is a very bland movie. It kind of feels like it's just Iron Man redone, but with a teenager. So, you know, it's not very memorable. So I give it a 5 out of 10.